Hello everyone, welcome back. Thought we'd do another visit to the new bag of mystery. All the world coins that I was sent by Captain Coinman, one of my subscribers. We went through this bag, or started to go through the bag the other day, and we pulled out these few dozen in fact. That took us a good half an hour. So I'm thinking of doing the same thing again today, pull out a few more just to see what we've got in the bag. And judging by some of the comments from the last video, you guys really enjoyed it, which is always nice to hear. I don't like doing videos if you guys don't want to see the goods. So what we'll do, like we did in the last one, if you weren't here before, I've pulled a few out. We'll go through them, see exactly what we've got. We won't go into any major detail, and I'll just stack them up out of the way, and they'll be added to the other bag down the line. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Just get stuck in. If we zoom in a little, there we go. Right, so we got ourselves a French one, 1953, 50 francs. We've seen a handful of these in the past in normal hunts, but this is always a nice chunky beast to get our hands on. So like I say, we won't go into any details, because when we do the actual hunts and I pull them out, I'll put the details there, and the flag usually goes up the top. So next one, 1968, Portugal. What have we got there? No, Macau, 1 Pt2. It's a Republic. Actually, what's going on with this? Is this a dodgy coin? You know what? I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. That's 1968 Portugal, 1 Pt2 for Macau. Now, was Macau a Portuguese territory? I don't know. How strange. Tell you what, give me a second, I'll be back in a mo. I'll have a quick double check.
A few moments later.
Right, okay, interesting. I'd never noticed this before on some of these coins. Now Macau I've always associated as being something to do with China, but apparently Portugal have had a hand in the territory as well. I'm just having a look down through overseas province. Yeah, Portuguese shield within globe and long cross, which is what you've got there. And then on the reverse, the arms of the Portuguese Macau over a crowned globe flanked by stars. Yep, I'm going to go along with that. Okay, interesting. Judging by this, they only came out in 68 and 75. And in 68, 5 million. This one's in pretty good nick. I'd say very fine. Judging by New Mister, it's valued at around £1.80. Interesting. Oh well. So much for not delving too deep into what we're pulling. Always get too stuck into the fun and games. Right, 1371, that's Morocco. Yeah, 20 francs. We saw one of these on the last pull. Fairly common, these. 1371. I can't remember exactly when that was. I think that's 1950s, 1960s. And we got the Straits settlements, 1921 cents. We've seen one or two of these in the past, so it's always nice to see more. So those are, again, like I say, these will all be pulled properly in the main hunts. Where are we? 5 fills, 1964, cross swords, South Arabia. I've got a handful of South Arabia ones in my collection. I don't know if I've got 64. There weren't that many, because South Arabia like this only existed for a handful of years in the 1960s. So it'd be interesting to see if I've got that one. Next one over, we've got ourselves, that looks like a South African. Yeah, 1961, half cent. $20 centavos, 1967 from Brazil. Brazilian coins seem to be doing the rounds at the moment. There's quite a few popping out of the woodwork. Here we go, 10 Pfennig, 1876, so this is the old German Empire. These are fairly common, I've got a whole bag of these, but as with all German stuff, you need to look at the bottom. I don't know if it shows up very well on the camera, but there's a letter either side of the tail, and it's a J, so that's the J mint mark, which I think is Hamburg, I want to say. But yeah, you've got 4 or 5 of each year to collect. So as I've said before, it's like Pokemon, you've got to catch them all at the end. Right, so we got ourselves 10 of something. That is, ooh, I'm not too sure. I want to say Saudi Arabia, but I'm not convinced. But that date is, where are we, 1390. So 1390, 1970s, I think, early 80s. That'd be a nice one to pull out, get some digging done on it. Another Moroccan one, got the 5-pointed star, so 1980, there we are, 1400. So if that one was, what did I say it was? 1390. So yeah, that one then was 1970-ish, because that is 1980, year 1400. Yeah, pretty sure that's Morocco. Can't remember what coinage they were using in those times. Another South African, 1977, 10 cents. Don't think I've seen that one before. Don't recognise the design. I know I'm rushing through these. I want to try and see how many we can find. This is really, really interesting. I love this stuff. There we go. The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, 5 piastres. This one we have come across in the past. I think the other one we had, the more recent one, wasn't as shiny as that actually. So we've got Cayman Islands, 1990, 25 cents. Fairly common. There we go, another Brazil. Looks like a sheriff's badge. What have we got? 25 centavos, 2013. Oh, yes. Talking of Brazil, if you remember when we did the previous video, Captain Coinman did say there were a couple of surprises for me. One was a surprise, cheeky so-and-so, and this one was a Brazil coin, and he said it's a date strike through, and I wasn't too sure what he was getting at. But apparently when I look at it a bit closer and flip it over, if you notice above the head there's some numbers coming through, and if I just drop that down out of the way, pop some pickies that I've taken of it. So you've got on the left you've got the actual date as per the coin, 1994, and then the next one in the middle is what you see there. What I've done is taken the picture upside down so you can try and read the number, and the one on the right is the image flipped, so it actually looks like it says 1994. But yeah, there's the date coming through. That's what he was getting at. Well spotted, that man. Like I said, there's loads of Brazil stuff coming through, so we might find ourselves getting some extras like that if we pay closer attention. So we've got, is that Thailand? So that's 10 baht. It's got some braille on it. Don't ask me the year. I can't read it. It's one language I haven't sussed out to how to read the numbers yet. So Eastie is, I think, Estonia, 1 kroon. Year 2000. That's very, very nice. Don't think we've had this one before. That's going to be a nice addition to a hunt. we go. That's 5 whatevers. Right, which dates are we looking at that way round there? So we've got 1, 9. Is that a 2? Yeah, 192. It has 1928. Because that way round, it's 1. That's going to be a 3, a 5, and a 7. So yeah, it's a nice early one, that one. It's either a 3 or a 2. I can't quite work it out. I think that's a 3. 30. I'm going to go for 1938 on that. So that, I think, is, I want to say Libya. So that could be not dinars. Is it piastres they had? Again, that's a problem for another day when we do the actual hunt. Another South African, 2008, 1 rand. This one bears 2 different dialects. Usually you get, it's not on there, no. Usually you get South Africa written in English and Suid-Afrique being the Afrikaans. In this case, what you've got are 2 dialects out of the many that, oh, excuse me, out of the country. So you've got Africa Dzonga, probably butchered that, and then you've got, is that Ningzimu Africa? So there's 2 different areas or 2 different dialects within South Africa. They've got loads, so they actually released a load of coins with the different dialects on them. Makes it more interesting for not just us, but for them themselves. 1969, 5 centavos, again, Brazil. Iceland, 25 Orar, I think that's how it's pronounced. 1968, 63, can't quite work it out. It's a bit scuzzed. Yeah, but again, that'll be nice for a pull. Here we are, Republic Libanaise, so it's in French. That's because Lebanon used to be under French control. There we go, 25 piastres, 1961. Very nice. You can usually recognise coins from Lebanon. They've always got that big tree on there. Here we are, another South Africa. There we go. This one says South Africa there, and that one says Swede Africa. 2 cents. 1993. Oh, hello. First euro cent. 10 euro cents. 2002. It's got RF on it. That's France. Republic Argentina. 5 centavos, 1972. It's aluminium, that one, quite a light one. And this one actually. 1991, 2 cents. And looking at the writing on that, I'd go with Thailand again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the Thailand. I'm going to say motif. Probably offending them straight away. Here we go, another Brazil. Another 2 centavos, 1969 again. Iceland again. Fim Orar, so I'm going to go with 1 or half, 1981. Oh, 5. So 5 Orar is really, really small. It's got like a manta ray or something on the reverse. Definitely haven't seen that one before, so that'd be nice for a pull. 5 pesos. Uruguay 69. Swaziland, we had a couple of these the other day. So 1974. I want to say 1 cent. Apologies, I'm wriggling these things around. The light was really strange today and it keeps going focused, unfocused, and I'm trying to get light on it to light the thing up so we can see a bit more detail. So that's 2 of something. 1974 with writing like that and the crescent moon and star facing that way. I believe that is Pakistan. Not too sure what it is they were using. I want to say Pays. We've got Paysa and Pays, India and Pakistan. And India tends to do Pays, so I'm going to go with Paysa for that one. Right, let's little bundle out. Where are we? That way up. 1935, that's a big Irish penny. Yeah, Pigeon. 1935, that's a nice one actually. It's in pretty good nick. Usually they're bashed to hell and back by now. Here we are, India. 1958. Probably 1 pays. Not even going to be a rupee. That looks really small, really grotted up actually. What's that under there? The date's hidden. 1940 something, I think. I'm not sure. 1 or 3 crowns. Is that Sweden? I think that's Sweden. I always get Sweden and Norway mixed up. One day they're going to declare war on me, I know it. 5 shillings, that's probably Austria. Yep. Fairly common. We've seen different versions of the 5 and the 1 shilling actually from Austria over all the hunts. Yeah, 1 fills, 1964, cross swords again. South Arabia. So there we go. That's aluminium. Nice old French one. Marianne facing the right. 10 centimes. 1916. It's a nice one. 50 drachma, 1980. So that's Greece. I often wonder when I'm looking at the reverse like this, who's on the obverse. There's so many different characters they've got through Greek history, Greek legend, all that sort of thing that appear. Ah, big dude with the beard. Sometimes there's a guy with a helmet, another guy without a helmet, without a beard. Oh, there's all sorts. 1959, 1 peso. So which Central American country? Oh, it's South, it's Argentina again. Okay, I don't think we've had one of these from Argentina. Not a 1 peso anyway. Nether aluminium, Cyprus, 1983. Is that half? Right, mils. I think they were using mils in those days. Right, I'm just going to go and have a quick double check on this one. I don't know why, there's something about it just says check me out. I'm not too sure why. Back in a mo. Right, I've had a quick look. Yeah, come on, focus, thank you. No, there's nothing special about this one. I don't know what it was. Something about an Argentinian coin that I saw online the other day from the 50s. Said something about it being not necessarily rare, but just very low mintage. Yeah, this is quite the opposite. 1959, 273.7 million of these. At best, it's only worth about 30p. So, yeah, there goes the retirement plans. Let's see what else we've got. That's another Thailand. 1 rupee 1975. It's good of them to put it into English this time. Come on. Libya, I think. 10. Yeah, that's piastres, I think, wasn't it? What's the date on that one? 1942 or 1943. So 1940s, wartime. So, if only this one could tell stories, that'd be really, really interesting. Poland, 1958. 2 zloty. I think this is aluminium as well. So that would have been during the time that the Russians were in charge over that neck of the woods. It's very fascinating coming across all the old Soviet style coins, all the different designs they had. 100 colonis, again, it's got braille. Republica Costa Rica, 2007. Not too sure what you get for that. If you try to buy anything, probably at best a nice lolly on the beach. Talking of Soviet era, here we go. Very grotty. Now, I recognise some of this. That right in there, for example. This, I think, was to do with the October Revolution. And as for how much it was, I can never remember. It's definitely kopecks. Probably not that many. But yeah, I think this was a commemorative that was released, but there was so many of them. Ooh, that's a diddy little chappy. 1 centime. Can't work out the date on that. 1916. France. Here we go. 1 centime. Excellent. Next chappy we have got very, very shiny. 1997 Zimbabwe. 1. Ooh, I can't remember what it was they used in Zimbabwe now. I'm going to say 1 cent, but again, all of these I'll be able to hopefully give a bit more detail on when we actually pull them properly. And there are some more with the local dialects I'm going to stick with. Yeah, so these are 2 different dialects on there to what we had on the earlier ones. That's a 2 rand from South Africa. What else have we got? Cyprus, 5 cents, 5 mil, 1963. Jersey, 1 new penny, 1971. That's in really good condition for 1971. Anything like the standard UK issue ones from 1971. They're more black than they are shiny. 10 filler. So that's Hungary. What's that? 1971. Another Argentina. Another peso from 1959. Oh, I love this design. If you've seen any of my previous videos where I've pulled this coin or anything to do with this, I love that design. Yeah, this is Greece, 1973. 50. Oh, Lenta. I can't remember what it is they called it now, but yeah, that's Greece. That phoenix rising, a lovely design. I really do like that. 50 pays, 1984, India. It's quite a big coin actually. Oh, here we go. Something from Japan. Where are we? Which way round are we? I'm trying to get the light on it so I can read it properly. That way. Yeah, that way. So that is a 5 yen. And the year, you've got these two characters there. That is Heisei, which is 89 onwards. It's a period of time rather than a monarch's actual name. And that character is the year number, and that just denotes year. So that number there is 7. So that's year 7 of Heisei. So year 7 is on top of 89 would be what? 1996. 95, 96. So there you go. Tend to see the occasional Japanese one, so it's always nice to pull a 5 out. Haven't seen any 10s or 50s or 100s recently. Zimbabwe 97, $2. Nice chunky coin. Jamaica $10, 1999. Hong Kong 50 cents, 1994. One Karuna Seska, so that's the Czech Republic. It's a nice and shiny one actually. 2002. So that one Kwacha, Zambia 92. Singapore. Come on, that's it. Singapore 88. 20 cents. So there's been a few interesting ones in there already. So I will pull out one little bundle more. Let's have that one as well. I do like this design. It's German. 1925. It's got the E mint mark on it. And E is, oh, what they call it, Mulden Houghton. Don't think there's very many minted from there. So that's 5 Reichspfennig. Don't think I've got that one in my collection actually. That'd be a nice one to add when we pull it. I'm not cheating and pulling stuff out and giving it to myself straight away. I'm going to pull it out as and when, but I do now know that they're in there. 2010, 20 shillings from Kenya. Got Belgium, 10 cents, 1915. Yep, 1915. So this is made of zinc. So this would have been during anything like it was for the Second World War, most likely because of the metal, it was during the time they were occupied by Germany. Quite a few of the German coins for Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, they were all done in zinc because that was the standard metal that the Germans were using for their coinage. 10 cents Hong Kong, 1949. Yep, there's George VI. Got ourselves another German, 1924, A mint mark, which is Berlin. And that was 5 Rentenpfennig. Here we are, another one from Morocco, 1974. That is 50, oh, is it Santimats? Something like that. But yeah, again, we worry about that during the real pull, don't we? Sweden, Gustav VI, 5 ore, 1954. Yep. Nice big chunky one again. Another 50 drachma from Greece, 1984, our bearded friend. Another aluminium, 2 pesetas from Spain, 1984, and there's Juan Carlos the First. Ooh, Turkey, 5,000 lira, 1995 I think, or 96. Small coin, but it's quite thick. I've never come across this one before. Interesting. There we go, Euro pennies, 2017 I think that is. Is that a J? So that's Hamburg, because it's Germany. Yeah, 5 euro cents. It's the German coinage. Here we go, Turkey again, 100,000 lira this time, 1999. With Ataturk on the front. Seen these a few times recently, but it's one of those coins that if you get enough of them, you suddenly realise, I might as well just make a year run out of it, and it makes it more interesting then. 2 shillings, 1947, aluminium. The fact it's shilling, that's going to be Austria. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's just pull out 1 or 2 and then we shall call it quits. We'll have that one. What else have we got in there? Ooh, square looking one. What's that? Another Belgian, another German. Tell you what, let's just stick with those 3. First one was a shiny one. Here we are. Halfpenny, 1971. That's going to be one of the Channel Islands. Yep, Guernsey. It's written in the old Guernsey French. The next one is 1942, 5 cents, Netherlands. Now these are definitely issued by the Dutch during German occupation. What you tend to find, for some reason the Belgians got away with it, I don't know why, but with these there's no nationalistic emblems, no flags, nothing that makes it say where it's from. If you take the name off, that emblem, that design doesn't tell you a thing really. But yeah, that is quite collectible. 1942, 5 cents. Don't know if I've got that one actually. I've got a few of the others from wartime Netherlands, and the other one was another one of those Germans, 10 Rentenpfennig, 1924, again an A mint mark for Berlin. We pulled one of these out on the actual hunt a little while ago, and what you see there was black, was actually some sort of green colouring. It's almost like there's copper in it that started to oxidize, and it made it pop. It was really, really nice. You know, it's the sort of thing that if you're to inlay anything with some sort of epoxy and make it a fancy green colour, that was it. So there you go. Nice little bundles, roughly the same amount we pulled last time round. We've still got quite a bit to go in this bag. So again, as I mentioned previously, I am seriously considering doing a live stream. It just depends really on family, work, anything else that gets in between, to be honest, as to when I can arrange it. But I do really want to do one because it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be brilliant. I love it. So that's it for now, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed that trip down memory lane, as it were. If you did, please consider comment in the comments down below. Let me know which one you thought was interesting, and hopefully when we do the actual proper real deal live coin hunt, we can look into them a bit closer. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I've got a nice long playlist of world coin hunts. Something like this, I'm probably going to be able to do another 2 or 3 videos, I would have thought, including the live stream. So if you subscribe, at least you might get notified of when I go live. And until the next time, folks, stay safe, take care. I'll see you then. Cheers all.